starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcome.
Well, hello. To you. Welcome into another edition of Brantley's Virtual Tour Live. I have all you here in the building with me. So glad to have you here. I gotta tell you, I'm so glad to have you as always. I was waiting for basically my BET email, because as you all know, I entered the BET Next Gen competition. I have not received not one notice yet. You know what I mean? So I don't know if anybody else has received a notice yet. They may be delayed in sending it out, but I was looking forward to coming on with you all and sharing the news live in real time. But not right now. We don't have that as of yet, but in due time. In the meantime, between time, I want to talk about Steve Harvey, because there was an article from rollout.com that really got me intrigued. I want to talk about with you all. Let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Shout out to the 12 people here, 11 people here now. Take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is a me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you. So let's get to it. I think that this is going to be a very interesting conversation, especially with, what's going on in the world right now with, the power of celebrity and, has it changed and does it matter anymore, and this, that, and the third. So I definitely want to talk about with all of you. So let's get to it here. So shout out to rollingout.com right here. Why Steve Harvey avoids Hollywood. The Kings of Comedy alum issues warnings about Hollywood and social media. Here we go. For decades, Steve Harvey has been one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment, from stand-up comedy to daytime television to hosting global game shows. Harvey built a media empire that stretches far beyond Hollywood, but according to Harvey, that was always the point. In a candid conversation with Chris Fade, the longtime TV host explained why he never fully embraced Hollywood culture and why walking away from may have been the smartest decision of his career. I'm not the Hollywood type. Despite years of success on television, Harvey says he's never felt truly home in Los Angeles. I'm not the Hollywood type. I was out there trying to make out there a lot of TV in Hollywood, but I never fit into the Hollywood mode. These days, Harvey keeps his distance from the celebrity ecosystem entirely. He's rarely seen at industry parties, avoid the red carpet circuit, even move production of Family Feud away from Los Angeles to Atlanta. For Hollywood, for Harvey, was never the destination. It was simply a platform. Choosing rewards over recognition. At some point, Harvey says his thinking shifted. Instead of chasing prestige, he started focusing on ownership, business, and longevity. I kind of started looking at business rather in terms of rewards instead of rewards. Now, I remember something Carl Farrell said on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. God gives awards, man gives rewards. God gives rewards, Man gives awards. God gives rewards. Man gives awards. God gives rewards. Man gives awards. By the way, shout out to the 29 people, 20 people here. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Talking about Steve Harvey, and he's talking about why he avoids Hollywood. The applause stopped mattering. I don't care that they invite me to the award show. Just give me my check. I just want the reward, and then I figure it out. That mindset transformed his career. Rather than becoming dependent on Hollywood validation, Harvey expanded his brand internationally, building an audience that extended far beyond the entertainment industry bubble. By the grace of God, I became globally famous. I'm more of a global factor than a Hollywood factor now. And in many ways, that distinction matters more. Harvey's influence now stretches across radio, television, business, motivational speaking, international media. Oh, that hurt. Okay. A level of reach he believes would have been impossible if he stayed trapped inside Hollywood culture. Hollywood as a trap for your brand, but Harvey's criticism of Hollywood goes deeper than career strategy. He believes the culture itself can become dangerous, especially for figures trying to protect their image, reputation, and family. If you participate in Hollywood, they're going to destroy your brand. For Harvey, social media only amplifies the problem. Social media is such the devil's playground. They don't care nothing about truth. They don't care nothing about facts. They just care about clicks and views. In an era where viral moments move faster than facts, Harvey says celebrities are constantly one bad photo, misleading caption, or manufactured scandal away from public humiliation. They'll do anything for a click. They'll do anything to get a click and a view, rather, even at the demise of your family. Listen, his father never let him forget. Harvey says his approach to fame was shaped long before television ever entered the picture. The lesson came from his father. My father used to always say, don't give them a pen to stick you with. That advice became a blueprint for how Harvey navigates the culture. If you're at all the Hollywood parties, they're going to take a picture. They're going to take your picture in an uncompromised position, even at the wrong angle, and they're going to put a caption with it. So Harvey visibility comes with the risk. The more access people have to your personal life, the easier it becomes for narratives to spiral beyond your control. So he chose distance instead. Family before fame. Throughout the interview, one theme remained constant: family. Harvey says his decision to avoid Hollywood was never about ego or thinking he was above the industry. It was about protecting the people closest to him. My brand was different. I'm a family guy. I love my family. I haven't been the best all the time, but I still loved them. That honesty, acknowledging imperfection while remaining grounded in responsibility, is a part of what continues to make Harvey relatable after decades in the spotlight. In an industry built on visibility, rather, Steve Harvey built his empire through selective absence, and judging by the longevity of his career, it is a strategy that worked exactly the way he intended. So, when I saw this article, I definitely wanted to have the conversation with you all because I think about Steve Harvey and where he is now. He's definitely more of a global factor than ever before, right? But let's look at the ties that he has to Hollywood, right? You have Family Feud, which is connected to Fremantle Media. Fremantle is a part of Hollywood. You think about Judge Steve Harvey, that is connected to ABC, Disney. You think about Showtime at the Apollo, syndication is a part of Hollywood, right? You think about the revival of Showtime at the Apollo, that was on Fox, that's connected to Hollywood. Fox is connected to Hollywood. When you think about Little Big Shots, that was connected to NBC. When you think about the Steve Harvey talk show, that was Endemol and NBC, that was connected to Hollywood. When you think of IMG, where Steve Harvey took his show from, Chicago to, LA from our ownership, IMG, WME, William Morris Endeavor, that's connected to Hollywood, right? In addition to that, you think about the Steve Harvey show, the WB, that was connected to Hollywood. That's Warner Brothers, right? Think about Steve Harvey's Big Time Challenge, right? That is the WB connected to Hollywood. I think you guys get where I'm going here, right? I understand where Steve Harvey is coming from, right? Because I think Pat Sajak, for example, he lives on the East Coast. Actually, he doesn't live in LA. He just flies in, or he used to fly in, do the tapings of Wheel of Fortune, then get on a plane, get back to his East Coast life, right? Cat Williams, I believe he lives in Atlanta, right? So there are people who do, there are celebrities who do live in different, places around the country, around the world. I believe Dave Chappelle actually lives in Ohio, right? So I get what he means by, if you're not a part of Hollywood, you have more peace. However, the way you got here was through Hollywood. That's why I said the title of this live is "So Steve Harvey's in the world but not of the world." He said you can't sleep 8 hours a day. Now, when he said that, that was very controversial because he's like, well, Steve, your 8 hours and my 8 hours are two completely different things. But what I think he was trying to say was, you cannot sleep 8 hours a day and believe that you're going to be somebody, right? Um, and I agree with that, right? But also, two, we don't own the infrastructure to Hollywood. We don't. Like I said, I did a whole live last night talking about, NBC Universal and the launch on Scripted Accelerator, right? And the fact of, letting people know that there's a chance they could win a $20,000 development deal, right? So Black people don't own ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, the CW, right? We don't own Paramount Plus. We don't own HBO Max. We don't own Disney Plus. We don't own Hulu, right? We don't own Netflix. So what do you do when you want to get in the door, right? But you don't want to capitulate yourself and reduce yourself and, just, kowtow, to Hollywood. I think about this in terms of my career. I told you I was on iHeartRadio platform at the age of 26, Code and Radio. I've been on WeTV, Say Goodbye to Mary. I was on ABCNews.com for 47 and Hillary Clinton's election. I was on Channel 1 News. I was on Nickelodeon. I showed y'all that. I was on Steve Harvey Morning Show, actually, for an Ask Steve segment. So I've been around Hollywood a long time, right? I've been around it. I haven't been in it, but I've been around it, right? And then this YouTube channel has given me such a new lease in the world of media that I can't even begin to fathom commentary on how this YouTube channel has given me such a different perspective of the power of owning your own career. And I know what people may say, because here's the thing, right? When you look at Hollywood, people back in the day in the 90s, you had to know somebody, right? Or you had to be in the right place at the right time, right? Now anybody can be famous, right? All you gotta do is have your phone with a camera. That's all you gotta do, and hit record. You can be on your laptop, hit record, right? Anybody can be famous, right? And I look at it like this. If you look at somebody like, I'm trying to think of somebody that, linked up to social media, from Black culture, that's really like made it do what it did. I would probably say, oh my God, there's so many Black social media stars. Good damn. I know that okay, Black Nerd Comedy, for example. Black Nerd Comedy, he is a YouTuber, but he has been here and there at different media events, right? Think about Liza Koshy, right? There are people that have made it off of social media, made their own name. I will say this: anybody who works hard, does the right thing, and moves in the right fashion, I will never hate on that, right? I think what ends up happening is when somebody can do the cinnamon challenge on TikTok, right? And then they become famous for that. It's like, really? This is what we're doing? And I know that I was born for such a time as this, as my mom would often say. I was born August 10th, 1994. So I was born in the 90s, right? Where I was raised in the village of, listen, we're going to give you tough love, but we're also going to elevate you at the same time, right? They expected the best out of me, this, that, and the third. And then as, the 90s turned into the, new millennium and the internet came about, this, that, and third, then, we were trying to find ourselves as a society in a digital fashion. And I think that the digital side of the world has diluted and elevated us in so many ways. I think that the power of social media is you don't have to wait anymore. I'm live right now around the world in real time right now. Right now. I'm in Dubai, I'm in Africa, I'm in Milan, darling, Milan. I'm all over right now, right? I'm not as internationally known as Candy Burris, but I'm worldwide right now on YouTube. I do think that that's a good thing. That if somebody has something important to say, they don't have to wait. If somebody has a perspective, they don't have to wait to see if somebody connects to that or for them to have a voice. Entrepreneurship, I think, is where the future is going. People, and this is why I remember I had a boss named Henry, and he always said that people do not want to work. I said, Henry, it's not that people don't want to work. They just want a decent wage. They want the best resources to be their best self. And I said to him, verbatim, you probably have family members on minimum wage yourself. He was like, excuse me? No, I said what I said. You don't get to paint everybody with a broad brush just because you don't have people that want to work. If you getting paid $11 an hour, $9 an hour, who do you know is going to wake up every day and go pound for pound, fist for fist, soul for soul on the ground for nothing? You want to be valued, right, for something? Why can't other people want to be valued for something? And I think that this goes to a mindset, right? For me, I've been very independent on my career, right? Doing YouTube, I think it's been the biggest thing I've done. Like I said, I have media at the age of 26. The Ox collab, I've done that for 2021. So I did that starting in 2021, so 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. So I've done that for 6 years on Clubhouse. 6 years. 6 whole years with YouTube. I think I've done about 3 to 4 years here. So I've always been in the media space, right? I think YouTube is probably my biggest success in that space. And as I look at this article, I think to myself that if I get into this BET Next Gen competition, or if NBC Universal picks up one of my shows, first of all, I have to recognize that, first of all, I deserve to be in the room. A lot of times when we finally get into the room, it's like, oh, damn, I'm really actually in the room. I don't think I would ever get here. You start thinking this, that, and the third. It's like, no, you have to get out of your head that I'm not supposed to be here. Now, the words of Diane McClurkin, I know he's still going through what he's going through, but he had a song called Walking in Authority. And one of the lyrics was, I'm walking in authority, living without apology. It's not wrong, dear. I belong here, so you might as well get used to me. And I never forgot that song because we definitely have the right to walk in authority. But just because we walk with authority doesn't mean everybody has integrity. Oh, come on with it. Just because people are walking with authority doesn't mean that they have any integrity behind them. Just because everybody's walking around in authority doesn't mean everybody has integrity behind them. Just because everybody's walking around in authority doesn't mean they have any integrity behind them, right? And I want to bring up a video, right? Because this shifted my mind. Here it is. Okay. I want y'all to see this clip because when I heard this, it shifted everything. And I know that for most of us, right? Some of us are parents, some of us are caretakers, some of us are a family of one. Everybody's got a role in this play called life, and everybody contributes a verse to the script of this thing called life, right? And for the longest time, I did not like mornings because I just felt like, bro, I'm working at a grocery store. I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. I started just getting in a state of mind. I don't know if you've ever done this too. For the ladies, I don't have a man. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have kids. That we all get into a state of thinking that, damn, I'm doing the right thing. I'm honoring myself. I'm not causing any trouble, but yeah, I don't feel fulfilled. And I hope that this clip kind of helps out. Let's play it.
When people say I'm not a morning person, that's the most ridiculous statement a person can make. If you're not a morning person, are we not shooting for tomorrow? And our goal is for tomorrow to come. For you to wake up and lay that on your day every morning. I'm not a morning person. To pull that blanket up over your head every day is such a waste of time. I can't wait till I wake up in the morning. And you know what helps me out a great deal? When I wake up in the morning, I spend the first 10 minutes just thanking. I don't even address any problems and stuff I got. I'm just grateful that I'm up for this. And I think every little thing. And I spend 10 minutes, and it makes your day start such a wonderful way to realize that you woke up, you're here.
You do a gratitude meditation.
For 10 minutes.
Wow.
I just thank him for every little thing. If I'm brushing my teeth, I thank him for the electric toothbrush because I used to have to have baking soda in my hand and a toothbrush that was woe down to the, that's what I did.
Uh-huh.
And now I just thank him for every little thing. And it does a funny thing when you do that. See, when you're not grateful, it kind of blocks the rest of your blessings from coming. See, because why would God is real smooth with his business. See, why would he give you more stuff to be ungrateful for? He's such a gentleman. He's just a gentleman, man. He never puts more. So if you're having a rough time with what you have, why would I give you more? So a lot of us block our blessings by not even, so now if you're waking up miserable about your job, why would he give you another job? Why would he do that? So you can go be ungrateful for that? You got to thank him for the position you in and thank him for all the good things that's to come. And then a new job would have been your way, but I bet you blocked a lot of blessings by just hating that job so much. He's not going to give you some more stuff to hate.
By the way, I just want to say shout out to this fire system in the back. I see the fit. Okay, just want to say that. But this thought really shifted everything for me. And my mom, she would say the same thing too. I remember my mom would say to me and my sister, we want more in life. We want a better house. We got to take care of the house we got. Right? If we want, a better wardrobe, we got to make it work with what we got. I was a part of Share America International, ULAR, Share America International. Do you know we got Payless shoes gift cards? And my mama, the mama that she is, she would wait until there was a deal at Payless shoes. Took me and my sister's gift cards and made it do what it do and got 4 pairs of shoes, right? She would do 2 pairs through our gift card and then give us an additional 2 pairs. And we just made those 4 pairs of shoes work. Right? I haven't been to every single place on the planet. I hope in the future I'm able to go to more places, right? I was just talking with beautiful sister, I think it was yesterday, a couple of days ago. And she was going to, get something to eat. And I said to her, I don't know if you know about STK Steakhouse, right? And she said, I've heard of it, but I've never been there. Here's the thing, y'all. If you have a friend that's curious about something in life or curious about, just things in general, don't stifle their curiosity, right? Because you don't know why they're going down that road. That road could end up being a blessing for you. But if you say, oh, why are you being curious about that? Nobody cares about that. This, that, and the third. Hold on a second. Just because you don't see nothing for yourself, why you gotta cut your friend like that? Right? And when he said, why would you lay that on your chest to hate waking up in the morning? I never thought about that. I bet you haven't eaten. It's like, oh God, here we go. I gotta go with this damn job that I don't want to go to. Damn, I gotta wake up with this wife that gets on my nerves. Damn, I gotta wake up with this husband that gets on my nerves. Damn, I gotta wake up with these kids that gets on my nerves. Damn, I gotta go to my mama, my daddy, this, that, and the third. I got all these things I don't want to do. But let me ask you something. If, and the best example I could say is this. Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie, right? And for those of you who don't know about Wizards of Waverly Place, it was a show on Disney Channel, and it was Alex, Max, and Justin, right? They go on this tropical vacation. It's their parents' anniversary. And, Selena, who plays Alex, doesn't really want to go on the trip. And she says, I wish you and Dad never met each other, right? The wish comes true, right? But over time, the fabric of who they are is being erased out. It's just to the point where a tornado takes them out. Not like, crushes them, but their existence is wiped out. Think about that for a second. If you said, I wish everything in my life was gone, could you handle not being anything for yourself? Think about that for a second. So when I saw this article, I was like, oh, this is going to be a very interesting conversation. And you know how I always say, anybody can be a present to entertain you, but it takes somebody to be a gift to bless you. I got that lesson from the Toys R Us Great Big Toy Book. Let me, since we got some time, I'm going to play the Toys R Us theme song. Oh my God! Yep, I'm going to do it. Yep, I'm sure I am. I'm going to do it. Yep. Just gotta find it first. Where is? Okay, I got that. I'm just looking for the remix. Here it is, Remix Maniacs right here. I'm just gonna, okay. Now everything has a purpose on this show. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Hang on. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. I don't want to grow up with baby look like I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Let's see, man. not subscribed, I am subscribed now. Like, this is one of the hardest things I have ever heard.
I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys and Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. So really took your rent from ice to trains to video games. Ice to trains to video
Hey,
games. Ice to
hey,
trains to video games. It's the greatest toy store there
gee
is.
whiz. I don't want to grow up, but baby, if I do, I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid.
I don't wanna grow up.
Guys, I almost heard that. Ah, oh man. Gee whiz. I don't want to grow up, because baby, if I did, I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid. Now, I know what you're thinking, Braylon. What does this have to do with Steve Harvey and not wanting to be a part of Hollywood? Sometimes the deeper we go into the rise, we forget who we are. We do. We absolutely do. I think there's something to be said about not wanting to be a part of the Hollywood system, right? But in the same token, if you're not known, how can you be embraced? If you're not known, how can you be embraced? If you're not known, how can you be embraced? So I want y'all to watch some of these commercials here from Toys R Us. Here we go.
I see you've got our December catalog there.
Yeah, but you got so many great deals. I don't know where to start.
Maybe I can help.
Okay. Where do I find Billy Blaze's Blaze Buster with simulated shopping action, Hot Wheels Fireball Racetrack, Leap Pad Interactive Book, Darby the Dog, Talking Makeover Barbie Head, Where's the Men's Room, and How do I Open a Gift Registry?
Piece of cake. Next display, Action Adventure Imaginarium, third shelf behind your Barbie shop, left corner, you don't need a key, and I'll start the paperwork while you shop.
Thank you. No matter what you're looking for, chances are we've got it. Holidays at Toys R Us. We're ready. Are you?
Please, sir, I'm an endangered species. I'm third shelf behind your Barbie shop, left corner, you don't need a key, and I'll start the paperwork while you shop.
Thank you. No matter what you're looking for,
So this was the Great Big Toys R Us toy book. The reason why I got that quote, or I thought that quote rather, was because when you were a kid, right, your parents would say, name 100 things that you want for Christmas, right? Then they would say, list 10 things out of that 100. Then list one thing. And if you were blessed enough, you maybe got 5 to 7 things most times. Now, of course, you know, if you were adopted or if you didn't have the best childhood, then that's different, right? And we recognize everybody. But when you got those presents or that present on Christmas Day, you played with it for how long? And then you were done with it. But a gift that comes from somebody that you love, that you care about, and that you generally embrace in your life, you're going to make sure that every day, every night, every time that you can, you're going to make sure that gift has purpose in your life, right? And I think when it comes to media, culture, and entertainment, I think a lot of times we are very short-sighted, short-minded, and we have a very short range to care about things. We do. We know more about reality TV than what's going on outside that could hurt us socially. And I'm not saying everybody's got to be culturally awake. Okay, I'm not saying that. But in the same token, the more that we are asleep to what's going on, the more that people can raise hell. The more that we're asleep, the more that people can raise hell. The more that we're asleep and not caring about ourselves and not stumping the yard and trying to move forward, the more hell they can cause. Let's keep watching some more Toys R Us commercials.
Chances are we've got it. Holidays at Toys R Us. We're ready. Are you?
Please, sir, I'm an endangered species. I see you're back again with our new Toys R Us catalog.
Yeah, but I'm afraid I missed all the really good stuff.
Try me.
Okay, where do I find a 20-inch 360 freestyle bike, Bionicle Tahoe with secret web coat, Monsters Inc. Sully, interactive ET with glowing heart and index finger, and what's your reco for a 9-year-old kitten lover?
No problem. Bike shop, Imaginarium, preschool learning right behind you, and look for X-Men in the yard zone, but you better get there ASAP.
Oh, you're cute. No matter what you're looking for, chances are we've got it. Holidays at Toys R Us. We're ready. Are you?
Please, sir. I can't.
This Thanksgiving holiday, there's only one place where every family ought to be. And that's Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
Because Friday morning from 6 to 11, you'll save big. With over 75% off
I
Monopoly,
never saw
Pokemon,
this
Harry
commercial
Potter Mystery Game, or Cootie Jitterbug. Big savings at
That
Toys R
was
Us.
cute.
Turkey?
No, thanks. No, leaf eater.
Meat feeder.
This Thanksgiving holiday,
99 and Hokey Pokey
Everyone to know about it. Everyone to know. You're sure about this?
Story 2 action figures, or Talking Sheriff Woody. Big savings at Toys R Us.
Turkey?
No, thanks. No, leaf eater.
Meat feeder.
Jeffrey, you sure about this? Are you kidding? We're launching our biggest season ever with great low prices and more selection than anyone. And I want everyone to know about it. I know, but your head's too close to the helium.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important announcement.
Check out this week's offers like buy two, get the third free on all GameCube software. GameCube system now $99.99 and Hokey Pokey Elmo now $19.99. And get a free Barbie carry case with select Barbie purchase of $35 or more this week only at Toys R Us.
Hey, I can see my house from here.
$14.99. Bye. I'm gonna miss you. $39.99. I'm gonna miss you too.
Boy, this 2-day sale is going to be rough on Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Don't miss the big 2-day sale for our lowest prices of the season on hot toys like large Diva Stars dolls for $12.97, Zoids Deluxe model kits for $5.99, or Harry Potter Snape's Potion Lab just $14.98. This Saturday and Sunday at Toys R Us. More fun, more choices, more ways to save.
Can we open the store now?
I just need a minute.
The last thing I'm gonna show y'all from Toys R Us is this commercial. Now, this was controversial because it was AI, but I want you to just watch the feeling that they were trying to convey. Here we go.
Did you ever wonder how Toys R Us and Jeffrey the Giraffe came to be? The son of a bike shop owner, Charles Lazarus, had a vision that would go on to change toy stores forever.
The greatest toy store there is, but I wanna grow, 'cause maybe if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us.
Toys R Us was the dream of Charles Lazarus. May all of your dreams come true too. And the dream continues on with a Toys R Us at every Macy's.
Now, while the commercial may not have been loved that much, I want you to think about how long you have known that Toys R Us has been around. Ever since you were born, right? And I think that's what Steve Harvey's trying to say. Sure, you can get in through Hollywood, but recognize your power. And that's why I said, that's why I said what I said. The thumbnail survey says that you had to be known so you could be embraced. While Hollywood is a dilapidated, broken, and quite frankly, just a very dusty system that needs to be cleaned up. It's the system we know. So what do we do now? With myself, you, and all of us, right? And I thought about this with this article, right? The first thing you have to recognize is, what is your assignment, right? Some people's assignment is working at a daycare and letting kids know they can be anything that they want to be. Same thing with teachers. Some people's assignment is to stand up for the injustices. And when you have your own law firm, you say, don't worry, I'm going to take care of this. It actually happened to me today. I literally was, walking to work, and I saw this, van over there. I didn't know what it was for. It was for a whole nother, place. They were doing, I think, free coffee and donuts. The owner said, hey, listen, I'm going to treat you today. Didn't expect it, but just being genuine. I said I wasn't going to pay for my own stuff. So for some people, food, chefs, for them, it's able to bring people together through food. For some people in the world of, the medical industry, their assignment is to save lives. That's the first thing we got to do, is figure out what our assignment is. Number 2, after that, figure out how we can make our gift make room for us. Sure, I'm in media, right? But who's to say that I can't impact the world of education? Who's to say I can't impact the world of entrepreneurship? Who's to say I can't impact the world of technology? You know how everybody always says, mind your own business? It's not that you don't have any business to attend to. You just got to figure out what your business is and get your mind on it. That's it. And the third thing, before you ever achieve success, you have to fail. Before you ever achieve success, you have to fail. Before you ever achieve success, you have to fail. Think about that. Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett, the greats of greats. They had to be unseen, unheard, and unembraced for a long time, just so that way they can get in the door. We don't hear about the beginning because we're more here for the hip-hop hooray of it all than the fact of, in the words of Mud to the damn DEA, there were times where, when it was their birthday, they had to go to a grocery store, buy themselves a cake, buy themselves some pizza, wings, whatever their favorite food was, put it inside the house or their apartment, what condo, what have you, and then go back on the other side of the door and be like, happy birthday, and then go on the other side and be like, wow, thank you so much, and you had your own party. You had to believe in yourself before anybody else could. Those days are dark. Trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. Trying to figure out who you are as a person, while also dealing with a world that, quite frankly, sometimes doesn't even understand their center, their axis, their equilibrium, their social equilibrium. I told y'all many times it is hard mentally to wake up some days in this world, because I feel like in today's world we live in a society where the world doesn't want us. Y'all know I've read the lyrics to Michael Jackson, They Don't Care About Us, before. And guess what? They still ring true. They do. So, with all that being said, what do you do when you feel like you're down and out? What do you do when you feel like, my God, everything I do for the good, I don't feel it in return? What do you do rather when you want to pull down the blackout curtains, turn off all the lights, and be in darkness, what do? First, you recognize that there's light outside. That's the first thing you do. Then the second thing you do is you figure out what light can you see for the day. You think about the moon and the sun, right? Think about the moon and the sun and how they are up in the same sky. Isn't that amazing how the moon and sun are in the same sky, but yet we feel like we can't juggle multiple things? Isn't that amazing? I think about when they said Pluto wasn't a planet. Just like, hold on a second. Are we dictating what God created? Are we dictating what God created? Are we dictating what God created? There's a phrase from a cartoon that says, do you feel like God stays in heaven because he's in fear of what he's created? And based on the world today, I would say ding, 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 rig a ding, ding for $1 million, Alex. But then again, I feel like God stays in heaven because he's done his work. There are days where I feel like, God, are you seeing all this? And God's like, do you not know who I am? I'm Alpha, Omega, the beginning, the end, Jehovah Jireh, my provider, the Prince of Peace that surpasses all understanding. Right? Like I said, to be in the world and to be in the world but not of the world is easier said than done. Because temptation is all around. But temptation is not a bad thing. It's not. For example, guess what? I love Impossible Burgers. This is coming from a dude who eats meat all the time, right? Burgers and ribs, and chicken, and all that stuff, right? I don't like Impossible Burgers. Who knew? I like Poppy and Olipop. Who knew? And some things, octopus, no. But I'm trying to change and evolve. I only have one life. So do you. So do all of us. I've said this phrase constantly. This is not Super Mario Brothers where you can restart on World 1. We got 3 lives. I'm going to pull up a film right now. And I think you all probably know this story very well. I've played it before, but I want to play it again because I feel like this is the best way to end this show. Uncle Nathan Nearest Green. You may have never heard of him, but if you know about a drink called Jack Daniel's whiskey, Uncle Nathan Nearest Green was the first African-American distiller on record. Taught Jack Daniel how to make whiskey. So that Daniel's drink that you're drinking right now, yeah, that was made by a black man. Think about the 1800s. Slavery, racism, where black people were separated, inched, and everything in between, just because they existed. But yet we're still here. And we're still here. But yet, just because we're here doesn't mean that we're feeling free. Because freedom, just like art, is in the eye of the beholder. So let's go here. Watch this story of Uncle Nathan Nearest Green. Here we go. Hey, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Read now. Thank you for being here.
This is a special home on a special piece of American land. I'm surprised it's still here. This isn't a set. We're in Tennessee, in the hills above Lynchburg. I want to tell you a story, true story. Over 160 years ago, the sight of steam and smoke curling into the sky just around that bend meant one thing to the people of Lincoln County. It meant the man they called Nearest Green was hard at work, making the finest whiskey ever to come out of these hills. Took the same elements available to anyone else: earth, fire, water. He added generational skill, success, surely some failure. He put in everything he had. Most of all, he put in his heart. He created a spirit, an essence. What Nearest Green did here, with this limestone, that clear creek water, those sugar maple trees, he gave birth to Tennessee whiskey. The technique Nearest perfected of filtering his whiskey through charcoal made from sugar maple trees is still revered 2 centuries later as the Lincoln County process. His unique approach was most likely passed down to him from West Africa, where people historically filtered their water through charcoal to purify it. This single innovation in Nearest's hands would become the defining distinction between Tennessee whiskey and Kentucky bourbon. Friends and family called him Uncle Nearest, the first African-American master distiller on record.
Yeah, I know.
The founding father of Tennessee whiskey. His story went missing, untold for quite some time. Why? It's complicated. But what's important is that the truth has finally found the light, as it always does. Nearest's given name was Nathan Green. He was thought to have been born in Maryland sometime around 1820. We don't know a lot about his early life, but we do know that in the mid-1800s, he began to work on a farm here in Tennessee. This farm. Nearest Green was a slave here, and later a free man. And this farm belonged to a man named Dan Call, a preacher. Well, Reverend Call wasn't only a preacher. He had a little side hustle. Yeah, a whiskey distillery. And Nearest Green was the one doing the distilling. The whiskey he made was unique in its smoothness. People said it was the best around. But this isn't just a story about a master craftsman and an innovator. It's a story of a friendship. Around the mid-1850s, a young boy came to work on Dan Call's farm. White boy. Wasn't a privileged kid. Youngest of 10 siblings, motherless by 4 months old. Small for his age, but he wanted to work. And he helped the preacher out with whatever he could. But the constant smell of wood smoke and the mules and wagons shuffling back and forth up that hollow caught his attention. He wanted to know what the deal was with all that. Finally, the preacher gave in. He took him to meet Nearest. This is Uncle Nearest, he told him. The best whiskey maker I know of. And he asked Nearest to teach his new young apprentice everything he knew about distilling. Nearest took the boy under his wing, taught him well. They became good friends. As the boy got older, he started selling this special whiskey all around these parts and other towns, even to soldiers fighting in the Civil War. He was a natural-born salesman and entrepreneur. The 13th Amendment was ratified on December 6, 1865. And soon after, Nathan Nearest Green was a free man. That boy, young man now, he purchased Dan Call's distillery and named it after himself. And of course, he asked his mentor and friend Nearest to be his first official master distiller. They kept making and selling great whiskey. And during this time, for a good many years to follow, Uncle Nearest's involvement was widely known. His family became one of the most prominent in the area, well respected for their talents and success. And as his business grew, the young man built a new, bigger distillery on another plot of Lynchburg land. Uncle Nearest decided to retire from the game, but his sons, Eli, George, and Lewis, continued to work for the distillery, as did his grandsons, Charlie and Dot. And that chore boy, who came to be a brilliant businessman, never let his friendship with and respect for Nearest Green and his family go unnoticed. Even after he became one of the most famous whiskey makers in all the world.
Jack Daniels, ladies.
His legal name was Jasper. Folks around here in Lynchburg still call him Uncle Jack. You know him as Jack Daniel. And now you know Nearest Green. This home, this bottle, this foundation honor that man, his legacy, and his future. Because he lives on. Uncle Nearest didn't just make great whiskey. He made history. And now you know that too. And to all those men and women whose stories remain untold, may their truth find the light. A little taste of history.
Still chokes me up every time. So I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it. Beginning in 2016, a group of individuals began working to unearth the truth behind these stories. A team of 20 journalists, historians, archivists, archaeologists, conservators, and genealogists came together and logged more than 2,500 hours of collective research. The tale of Nearest Green has been whispered about in Lynchburg for ages. They uncovered approximately 10,000 original artifacts and documents from 6 different states. The result is this beautiful piece of history, fully sustained. The truth has finally found. Dedicated to the descendants of George Green. George Green right here. Got Daniel on the right. Saw that. Charles Green, great grandfather. Francis Green on the far right. Granddaughter. Jenna. Oh, hang on. Make sure I get all these right. Let me go back just a little bit. So right here, that's Jack Daniel there. Right there, that's Jack Daniel. George Green on the left, Jack Daniel on the right. Charles Green, great-grandson. Far right. Geneva Sis Edie, granddaughter. Debbie Edie, great-great-granddaughter. John Green on the right, great-grandson. And Belle Green is the middle granddaughter. Debbie Edie is great-granddaughter. Now I'm gonna let this because right there, select photographs will provide courtesy of Jack Daniel's story. But I'm gonna let it keep playing because there's something very significant. Now to the Farm Bros. They did a great job. That is Miss Margaret Tolley, descendant of Jack Daniel. That's Leona, Miss Dill, Miss Dukes, descendant of Nearest Green, lifelong friends, thick as roots. I played that woo, okay. I played that video as we get ready to close our hour together here. Damn. Play that video because sometimes we tend to forget that without a beginning, there cannot be a universe to explore in. And did you know that there are people from Nathan Nearest Green's family that still work at the Jack Daniel's distillery rather to this day, as we're talking right now? I choke up, I get emotional. And while there's great joy in my heart when I watch that video, I think about the sadness of where we are as a society. It's one thing to not feel like you can not get home. It's another thing to now not know where you can have peace because you can be taken out by the government. You can be taken out by societal events. I said to y'all before, we're in societal slavery. Know your role, stay in your place, and do your job. It's just transition from the Confield to the workplace. Think about my baby mama. She worked at Pepsi Cola for years. For years. First one in, last one out. She wasn't known to everybody, but she was known to who she was. She wasn't known to everybody, but people that needed to know her knew her. I think about my times with her when I was at Long John Silver's. Just sitting there and eating fish, spending time with my big mom. I was a grandson. I guess the reason why that I have such an old soul is because of her. Because of my village, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, my uncles, my aunties, my nieces, my nephews, my friends that have become family, my mentors that have become my cavalry generals, the experiences along the way that have not only shaped me, but they have leveled me to my foundation so I can rise up to the higher that's waiting for me. So while Steve Harvey is right in one fashion, that Hollywood is Hollywood, if it had not been for Hollywood, that somebody taking a chance on him, he would not be knowing Steve Harvey today. So I push back just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. But then I think about Uncle Nathan near his grave. How so many people have done great work, have done hard work, have done long work. That what if Hollywood never came for them? Could they still find joy? Could they still find happiness? Could they still find a good resting place to know that they are worth something? So what's my take on Steve Harvey? I think he has the black dastard, black proxy, and black imagination to think that he became a global power without somebody knowing him to know that he could have power. I'm gonna say that two more times. I think he has the black dastard, black proxy, and black imagination to think that he became a global power without recognizing somebody had to see him as a person who could have power. I think Steve Harvey has the black dastard, black proxy, black imagination to think that he could become a global power without somebody seeing he could be a person of power. On the flip side, I understand that when you allow people, places, things, platforms, and everything in between to define you, you give up the shot for you to own your story. I think two things can be true. I think you can definitely get in the door, but you can also make your own door. Remember Ra Ali said something. I know everybody feels a way about Ra Ali, right? But she said something I'll never forget. She said, creativity gets you in the door, but structure allows you to stay in the door. Creativity allows you to get in the door. Structure keeps you in the door. Creativity allows you to get in the door, but structure allows you to stay in the door. Never thought about that. I think that's very true. It goes to a quote that I've said before: boys and girls with spontaneity, men and women want security. It's not that men and women don't want to be spontaneous. They just want to see that you can handle your ish. Then you can be spontaneous. Without stability, we can't have fun. In the words of Walt Disney, we restore order with imagination again. But how can you restore order if you don't know what's out of order? In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., our lives begin to end when we become silent on the things that matter. Think about if everybody was silent, will anybody be able to hear a voice? If everybody was silent, will anybody be able to hear a voice? If everybody was silent, will anybody be able to hear a voice? Think about that the next time somebody's trying to do the right thing. Think about that the next time somebody has overcome something to be able to own their vulnerability. But most of all, think about that the next time you want to judge them off of a moment and you forget their totality. Recognize that he or she who has not sinned cast the first stone. And the ones that have thrown the stones, the most other people, they deserve those same amount of stones, if not delivered by a bazooka. I'm going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this moment.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Miral's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm loving you right back. So much I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back to Bernie's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have you here. So as we are live on tour, everybody, first of all, Thank you very much. It does not go unnoticed. I saw we hit another milestone with our subscribers. So we are slowly but steady and on good intent, rising higher and higher to more goals, more accomplishments, and more just amazingness of what we do over here. So I love you. I value. I appreciate you all. You know, I have come to recognize a long time ago, amateurs will do anything through quantity. Champions do things through quality. Amateurs will do anything through quantity. Champions will do things through quality. Amateurs will do anything and everything through quantity. Champions will do something through quality. So, like I said, I didn't expect to get this emotional on this live. As you guys know, I really don't give what I have to say to you all until we're live on tour. I learned this technique from Regis Philbin. Hello, Regis Philbin here. And I gotta tell you, I love Braylon. I love Braylon's virtual tour. It's amazing. He and Jill Scott should be hosting live. It should be live with Jill Scott and Braylon Lee. Sorry, Braylon, I love you, but Jill Scott's a bigger star than you. Love you, Regis. Miss you, brother. I wish we could have done a podcast together. That would have been amazing. And I learned this from Oprah Winfrey. If you talk to your guests before the show, it pops the helium out the balloon. So that's why for the regular tours, we cover 7 to 8 destinations. When we're doing a deep dive live, right? When we're doing BFP Imagineering, when I'm pitching you a brand new concept for, a business I have as an idea, or if we do a single destination like this, or whatever we do, I don't talk to y'all purposely. I let your day go the way it needs to go. I let my day go the way it needs to go. And then the energy builds and builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and it makes a loop-de-loop and pull, and both of our shoes are looking cool by the time we get here. Because I believe by the time you see me at 11 a.m. or 6 p.m. or sometimes at 8:30, depending on what's going on, you deserve to get my unfiltered, uncut, and uncensored full. You deserve to get the uncut, uncensored, and the unedited fullness of what I have to say. I never want to cheat you out of a good time. I never want to cheat you out of a good experience, but most of all, I never want to cheat you out of a good show. So, with that being said, as you guys know, I submitted my application for BET Next Gen. I emailed 2 people from BET. It's like, has the emails went out yet? Because they said that there would be an update on today, May 27th, 2026. Well, this came in about 13 minutes ago, so I want to show you that now. Okay, so if you applied for the BET Next Gen competition, this is what you got. Okay, I'm about to read it to you live right here. Hello, thank you again for your interest in BET Next Gen and for taking the time to submit an application. We've been incredibly inspired by the passion, creativity, ambition, and purpose reflected throughout this year's applicant pool. Please consider this email confirmation that your application has been received and is currently under review. With thousands of applications submitted from emerging leaders across the country, our team is taking intentional time to ensure each application receives thoughtful consideration throughout the review process. Please note the timing of applicant notifications may vary by track. All applicants will receive an update regarding their application status throughout June of 2026. We sincerely appreciate your patience, enthusiasm, and interest. And we sincerely appreciate your patience, enthusiasm, and your interest in being a part of BET Next Gen. And we look forward to remaining in touch as the process continues. Thank you, BET Next Gen team. So this is what you will get if you entered the not the competition, but the incubator. That's why I'm calling this an incubator or accelerator or what have you. If you get this email, first of all, I just want to say congratulations for taking a shot on yourself. Number two, remember, it's a lot of people going in here. Not everybody's going to make it. But also, too, just because you don't make it doesn't mean that you're denied. Your dream may be delayed, but ain't denied. Your dream may be delayed, but ain't denied. Your dream may be delayed, but ain't denied. So just wanted to say that. With that being said, I'm going to take it up all the way to an hour, 30 minutes, and then I'll turn off my camera. Then we'll chill out here for a little bit, and then I'll give you guys the Daily Mover, and then we'll head on out of here. So just got that email in at 7:13 p.m., and wanted to bring that to you all live just to show you that, hey, listen, I got bigger things to do. Okay. So, listen, of course, I submitted that. So, of course, in June, I will let you guys know what's happening with that. Hopefully, I get in. I think I did a very good job on my application, but I mean, come on. There's plenty of people, and I don't wish anybody not to make it in. I think we all are just trying to do the best we can to just have a shot to be seen, right? And then, of course, like I said, the NBC Universal launch was the Accelerate competition. Now you have 19 days until June 14th at 2:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11:59 Pacific time, at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, rather, to get your TV show in for a chance to be one of 5 content creators or independent artists to receive a $20,000 development deal from NBC Universal, where they will add some energy to your show, develop it for possible green acceleration for NBC, Bravo, or yeah, I know. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn my camera now because we done the whole show for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yes, we have. Man, what a good show tonight. Like I said, I truly love the fact that we can go from the window to the wall in terms of content over here, and be able to take conversations in the fashion that we do, and we're not afraid over here. I think that's a beautiful thing. I really, really believe that is a beautiful thing. So we're going to so yes, indeed, we're gonna chill out here for just a little bit and make it do what it do. Like I said, I hope that everybody is doing well on this Wednesday. Man, the week is flying by. We're about to be in June, everybody. Very, 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 very soon. Yes, indeed. So, yep. And it's like crazy how like the year has almost flown by. It really is. Hang on, I'm sorry, I just saw something. Okay. I thought it was something, but it turned out to be nothing, yeah. But yes, indeed. So, like I said, I hope I did the Rolling Out article, rollingout.com, rather, article justice. Truly thought-provoking, truly engaging, but most of all, really reflective. Well, let me flip the reverse wind back. I believe truly that this article really it made you mentally be still with yourself. to think about not just your entrepreneurial journey, not just your dreams, but also to your state of who you want to be in life. I think that article really, brought it out of me, that commentary. So I do hope that whatever you learn from this, I do hope it helps you tremendously. I know it certainly has helped me. I'm probably going to be resting with this for about a good hour or so, because I really, like I said, I never really formed my commentary before time. I find the destinations, I read through it once to see what it's about. I read through it the second time to see what I can relate to, and then the third time I read to see what my virtual tour family, the legendary tour, the words legendary Alpha MC, the virtual travelers, in the words of Lisa W. She's called these people her tour family, and in the words of Whitney, she has called these people her tour sisters. So I think about how the story will relate to you all, and then whichever one is stronger, I hold on to that, but I don't really form it until I'm live with all of you. I remember something Brian Williams said when he was on Rock Center on NBC. He said, by the time we come on television, we're going to have something to say. You just don't know necessarily what we're going to say. And I never forgot that. And I'm like, that's the magic sauce to me. That's the magic sauce to our channel. And I think that would be the magic sauce of my career. By the time you see Braylon Lee on your screen, Braylon Lee's going to come with something good. You just don't necessarily know what's going to be. But you look forward to seeing what it could, and what it will be. So, yes, indeed, here we'll end it at 1 hour and 35 minutes. Like I said, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tour this evening. Like I said, I love you. I value. I appreciate you all so much for being here. And like I said, one love, much love, all love to everybody who has entered the BET Next Gen competition. I am speaking in advance to all the people that are going again. I can't wait to work with you, to collaborate with you, and to elevate together. In Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Here we go, everybody. Let's get to the Daily Motivator. Yes, indeed. Oh, this one's going to be good. I think I might have to come on camera for this one. Let's get to it. Hello. There I am. Can see y'all again. If you want things to be different, perhaps the answer is to become different yourself. If you want things to be different, perhaps the answer is to become different yourself. If you want things to be different, perhaps the answer is to become different yourself. Norman Vincent Pearl. Welcome. Good to see. Well, not welcome in, good to see you and all that in between. But very wise words. You cannot want your world to be different if you don't start within yourself. In the words of Gandhi, be the change that you want to see. All right, y'all, here we go. It's time for Daily Motivator for Wednesday, May 7th, 2026. Acknowledge reality. What you fear can become less fearful when you acknowledge it. What you regret can become less regrettable when you acknowledge it. Acknowledgement doesn't make bad things go away, yet can clarify and limit those bad things. By specifically acknowledging a difficult reality, you are able to put it in its place. You transform it from an overwhelming, nebulous, negative feeling into something more defined and manageable. The very act of giving a name to something provides you a degree of control over how it affects you. The act of acknowledging a situation enables you to begin dealing with that situation. As much as you might wish for something not to be true, those wishes don't have any power. You, however, do possess much power, and you can successfully use that power to shape your reality. To do so, you must first acknowledge what is true. Then you can get to work and make the truth more favorable. So let's talk about that. Acknowledge reality. Woo. think there's a quote that says, whatever we fear, we create. Whatever we fear, we create. Whatever we fear, we create. So if we fear that we can't find love, we'll create the space for that to happen. Okay. If we fear traveling alone, then we'll create that space and never go out to see the world. If we fear of wanting to progress forward by learning something new, we'll create that space and never learn. So by understanding what the fear is, you have power over your fear. Your fear doesn't have power over you. You have power over your fear. Your fear doesn't have power over you. You have power over your fear. Your fear doesn't have power over you. That's the first thing I want to tell you. Second thing I want to tell you is you transform it from an overwhelming, nebulous, negative feeling into something more defined and manageable. You can never tackle anything if it's all over the place. You can never tackle anything if it's all over the place. You can never tackle anything if it's all over the place. I remember Steve Harvey when he talked about, not Family Feud, but when he talked about Showtime at the Apollo, and he was, doing gigs, driving all the place, and then there was this thing called a answering machine where he went to his parents' home and he got a voicemail from the general manager of the Apollo Theater saying, "Hey, can you come and host an amateur night?" He had to get a ticket for a particular airline, $99 flight. Got on, went there, right? Couldn't get a hotel room, so the person there said, "Okay, it's best to stay in the dressing room." And then Steve Harvey needed something to eat, so he went around the corner to KFC. And Steve Harvey did so good that he got to come back. You move that story up to a little bit later with Family Feud. He didn't want to do Family Feud because he felt like he would be a traffic cop. And what ended up happening was he did a pilot, right? They got two families. They did the set, gave the audience. And the producers saw something in Steve because the camera people were shaking so hard because they're laughing, because of their laughter rather. And one of the people said, "We're gonna give you a writer. You're gonna write out jokes." Steve was like, "I don't need to do that. The game is the comedy, and the answers that they give are the material. Let me do my thing." So by defining what Steve Harvey wanted, he was able to manage how he wanted to go about it, and he had a path to get there. You can never get to a finish line if you don't understand the route to get to the finish line. You can never get to a finish line if you don't understand the route to get to the finish line. You can never get to the finish line if you don't understand the route to get to the finish line. That's the second thing I want to tell you. Finally, to do so, you must first acknowledge what is true. I think so many times we believe, man, if I acknowledge that's true, man, I don't have a hold on anything. Have you ever thought about the things in your life that are true, that are of a good energy? Remember what Steve Harvey said earlier? Why would you hate waking up in the morning? And the way I looked at that was, in order for me to get to my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, my future BBW wifey, my future kids, the future empire I'm going to have, everything in between, I got to wake up in the morning. So, think about this. As much as we acknowledge what is true that is negative, let's acknowledge what is true that is positive. So with that being said, y'all, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Well, that's one thing to call yourself is another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, rise, be great together. And always remember what you're doing: radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. or just recognizing that, hey, just because you got to the door with your creativity, just because structure allowed you to go through the door and stay in the door. Let me flip the reverse why I'm at. Just because creativity allowed you to get in the door and structure has allowed you to stay in the door, in the words of Riley, don't forget that same powerful combination is available for you to make your own door. But also, too, if those doors don't work, move up the hallway. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, in order to receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. Or receive love, you got to give it. Where obstacles you've overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all listen. Just because you're not there yet, that doesn't mean you should negate the joy of what you're able to live. Just because you're not there yet, don't mean you should negate the joy that you're able to live. Just because you're not there yet, doesn't mean you should negate the joy that you're able to live. I'm able to live in the joy that I have a mom, a dad, sister, a brother, sisters and brothers that love me. I'm able to be in the joy that I have a job, that I have resources, this, that, and third. I'm able to be in the joy that I have a YouTube channel, that I can go live at any time I want to talk about anything I want in any fashion that I want. And knowing regardless whether there's a million people here or not, people still take time out to find me, to invest in me, and to uplift me. Find the joy in where you are. And just because you haven't made it yet doesn't mean that there isn't more to come, right? Recognize this. If you want a God-sized blessing, you got to have a God-sized mindset. I'm going to give y'all one more thing that I'm really going to go. Here we go, y'all.
Now learn this from Joel Osteen. That's my man. He be texting me. That's my man. God done put some people around me, show me some stuff. He was telling this story. He said, this man that went to heaven, he was walking with Peter down this aisleway, and it was going down this corridor, had a lot of doors on it, and said all these doors had names on it. And he said, Peter, let me ask you something. What's all these doors, these names on? He said, don't worry about it, just go ahead. So he kept walking. He messed around, he saw one of them doors and had his name on it. He said, whoa. He said, hey, Peter, this here ain't got my name on it. Something I need to know? He said, man, don't worry about that. You here now. Just go on in there and talk to him, see what he said, nah. I want to know what's in the door. He said, you sure you want to see what's in the door? He said, yeah. So he opened up the door. It was a warehouse. It had numbered shelves on it. And then the shelves had nothing but packages. And all the packages had his name on them. And he said, what is all these boxes? He said, that's all of the blessings, all of the things God wanted to ship to you. But number one, you didn't ask him for it. Then number two, you didn't believe you would have it. Then you doubted him. And then you felt like you wasn't worthy. And so now all these boxes is up here. Now the man standing there wishing he had never even been in the room. And I started thinking, I got some dudes that work for me. And I said, I want you to do this graph for me. And that's what I'm finna show you now. See, what happened is, when God sends your package, he only sends it to one street. That's Faith Street. You got to stay in faith. You can't move off of Faith Street. You can't get on Doubted Drive. You can't be over there and start doubting it, because your package gonna go right on by. You can't Lose your faith and get on not meant to be way, because your package is going to keep going right on by. Because the package just go to Faith Street. You can get your little feelings hurt, I ain't worthy. Guess what? Your package gonna keep going right on by. You have not because you ask not. Then you sit up here and start feeling sorry for yourself. You go on pity way, your package keep going right on by. If you stay right on Faith Street, don't ever come off, because the blessing is coming. If you wait on it, here it comes. It may not come when you want it, but it's on time. But if you get up and you move off of Faith Street, your box gonna get sent back to sender. And now you're gonna have a warehouse with a bunch of boxes with your name on it that you didn't never get. And I don't know about you, but I want everything he got for me. If he got something for me, it's all of mine. Because I don't know about you, but God lay you out, man. God will give you stuff. Man, he done took me places I ain't never thought I was gonna go. I done seen parts of the world I never even thought I could go to. He done gave me stuff. He done put people in my life. God will do it for you, man. But you just got to stay, man. Use these principles of success. Understand, God is just that way. He'll lay you out. Because if he can lay me out, see, if he fix me and change me and get me over here trying to do better, I ain't perfect. I'm just trying to do better. I still say some stuff I ain't supposed to say. You understand? I ain't got it all together yet. I just got in the gate. I'm a new kind of Christian, but ain't no lock on my gate either. So if you see, once you check me, I'm probably gonna check you back. But I'm getting better at that. I don't know how to love my enemies yet. I'm getting better at it though. But it's a process. And the more times we can make people understand that it's a process, the more people can come in. And y'all people that have been good to me, that have been praying for me. I mean, man, my mama, if she could see me now, I just wish my mama could see me. Because she been praying for this here all her life. Watch my son. Well, he done watched me, mama. And I'm cool now. And my philosophy is very simple. I was who I was, but I am who I am. And I'm cool with both them people. Because who I was wasn't that bad a cat. I made some mistakes, but I've been changed a little bit, and it's still a process. And the more people that you invite into the process, the better this is. Because ain't nobody perfect no how. So I really appreciate y'all, man, hearing me and listening to me. I'm gonna ask Kirk Franklin if he will come.
I will finally end it with this. Some of y'all keep missing blessings of your packages because you keep listening to curses. Some of y'all are missing blessings of packages because you keep listening to curses. Some of y'all are missing out on blessings of packages from heaven because you keep listening to curses. Clock that T. Clock that T. Clock that T. Why I listen to a curse that got banned off of YouTube? Person who got banned off of YouTube can't tell you how to elevate because they got shut down for their own demise. Imagine that. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. Y'all have a wonderful night. Love you all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn